Okay lads, hidden exotic perks, secret combos and quiet buffs can elevate your game and make your builds go even harder and faster. In this video, I put this collection of secret perks together, like what Witherhoard pairings can give you 25% damage buffs, what gun allows you to penetrate blight shields, and what exotic helm gives you an 800% increase to your melee regeneration. I packed a lot of extra details into this video, so make sure to enjoy and drop a like. I'm Neff, and let's start with exotic weapons. This is such a sweet drop from Root of Nightmares, and it's a special shotgun too, the Conditional Finality. If you pair this with another raid weapon, the Harmonic Resonance perk will give both weapons bonus reload and handling speed, and the legendary weapon will do a lot more damage to big enemies like Tormentors, Lucent Hive, and Guardians when they're in their super. So, pretty handy. Since it fires solar and stasis shots, it also benefits from stasis and solar mods, even though it's a kinetic weapon. I know it's bad, but I don't have Divinity yet, and I've been relying on that souped up machine gun Thunderlord. In fairness, it's become a good friend for some of the seasonal content recently, and working on its new catalyst kills has been fun. But did you realise that the machine gun has a hidden perk that increases its stability and stops its reticle from bouncing as you keep blasting away? In general, lightweight frame weapons make you run faster. Equip Le Monarque, which is a lightweight frame bow, and you'll run like the wind. Other lightweight frame type weapons that make you run quicker are Fighting Lion, Chaperone, and Verglass Curve. There's more there, but you get my point. Have you ever paired a Weapon of Sorrow, Malfeasance, and Witherhoard? Hit a target with the Witherhoard, and Malfeasance will give you a 25% increase in bonus damage. Something that seems to escape a lot of players when using Witherhoard is that it does not stack damage. So if you fire extra Witherhoard blasts at a target, it will not have any effect until the initial shot is finished doing its work. Another cool combo is Wishender and Witherhoard. Hit a target with Witherhoard and it also buffs by a 25% damage bonus. While we're talking about cracked bows, let's talk about Leviathan's Breath. When you perfectly draw the bow and hit your target, it will become volatile, which is super handy little perk, especially for those Lost Sector champions that are annoying the living crap out of you. Moving to trace rifles. A great reason to drag Coldheart out of your vault is that it creates ionic traces that can make the weapon charge faster and do extra damage sooner. When it's in its maximum damage state, it gets a plus 100 stability and a plus 100 reload speed. If you're lucky enough to have the Navigator, when you heal your allies, you'll get a plus 5 ammo straight back in the mag for free. You will also quietly get Woven Mail if you land 20 hits on an enemy. Fusion rifles, delicate tune. Hipfire shots give a widespread distribution, but it also gives you 16 bullets instead of the usual 9 back. Also, hipfire bolts give 20% more damage than just aimed bolts. If you use Merciless, when you get a kill, your reload speed increases, i.e. it's quietly got a Feeding Frenzy perk. My one and only scout rifle learning is that Skyburner's Oath has no damage fall off. Maybe you love yourself a sniper rifle, so you're no stranger to D.A.R.C.I, which is a hidden buff that decreases recoil and flinch by 50%, and it improves accuracy by 50%. This is a bit crazy, but the auto rifle Cerberus +1 bullets get stronger the further away you are from the target. From about 20 to 49 meters is this weapon's sweet spot for the best damage. Now, let's talk submachine guns. Huckleberry's Rampage perk is overpowered. For some strange reason compared to other weapons, with this perk it gives about 66% bonus damage. Another submachine gun, Terrabah's Ravenous Beast perk gives plus 100 mobility, plus 100 healing, and plus 100 reload, with 33% increase in slide distance, 187% body shot damage, and increases to 900 RPM. It's an absolute monster. I could talk about the green explosion that Outbreak Perfected gives, but something that's easier to proc is the more you shoot the pulse rifle, the more accurate the stream of bullets get. A pain in the ass can be some of those taken blight barriers that you need to take down, especially if you're roaming around the Dreaming City. A great quick solution is using the Thorn hand cannon, which allows you to shoot through the blight shield from a distance. You don't need to get inside the barrier to cause damage. Here's one for all of you console players using a controller. Did you know, when using the last word, because you're on a controller, bullets will curve more than the mouse and keyboard players? This must be an unintended perk, right? Jade Rabbit and Midas mini tool does not mention anywhere that it highlights a target with a red border when looking down your scope. This feels like it's more missed than a secret though. Now, back to some raid weapons. The King's Fall OG, Touch of Malice. The inherent blight perk debuffs enemies, giving all other weapons of sorrow 50% damage increase. If you fire with the final round in the magazine, then it will give you a 100% damage increase. Another scout rifle. Deadman's Tail, intrinsic trait, chaining precision hits grants target acquisition and range, but it also quietly increased reload speed and extra bonus damage in PvE. You probably knew this one, but Necrotic Grip paired with Osteo or Thorn makes for some funky gameplay. Poisoned enemies spread more poison when they die. This chained poison is a lot of fun, near an infinite chain if you get it right. Now, let's turn things up a bit and talk about exotic armor hidden perks. Maybe you like to rock the Oathkeepers exotic gauntlet. There's a hidden perk for the hunters that makes most bows draw just a little faster. Unfortunately, lightweight bows don't work for this. There's a perk on these gauntlets that allows you to hold the bow charge indefinitely, but if you equip it with the Le Monarque, the poison arrow perk will always stay active even when you're holding the charge. This is pretty great in PvP, I might add. Another gauntlet, the young Ahamkara spine, secretly applies fastball to all grenades, even if they're not the trip mine grenades. It also makes you immune to your own grenade damage and decreases damage fall off. Lastly, as a hunter, if you throw on your faithful stompies, it improves slide distance by about 33%. It's not stated anywhere that I know about. The OP effect that Graviton Forfeit offers is that it will buff your melee regeneration at about 800% if you're invisible, within 15 meters of an enemy in PvE, and 300% in PvP. Maybe you're more of a Warlock main? Well, then you should know Starfire Protocol, that very quietly gives about a 20% increase in recharge for your fusion grenades. Have you noticed if you're using Sunbracers, you get the secret fastball perk too, which allows you to throw grenades just even further. We all know Transverse Steps buffs mobility, but its hidden perk again improves your slide distance and increases the speed of crouch walking. It also makes you immune to slowing debuffs while you crouch. Now, to my Titan mains. It seems that most of these mobility legs for different classes have a hidden slide buff, and it's no different for Dune Marchers, which also increases slide distance for about 33%. Helm of Saint 14 buffs the Titan Glaive Edge of Action mini bubble that you can make. There's also a cool little dialogue you can trigger if you ever get close to Saint 14 while wearing the helm. Try it out, it's really cool.
You look like me. Let us confuse Zavala like this.
My last exotic secret is the Eternal Warrior Helm, which gives an overshield that makes you immune to critical damage. This might be a godsend when you're in PvP and being targeted by a lot of snipers. That's as many bytes of combos and secret perks for this video alone. I want to thank some of the other content creators for doing the legwork on finding these perks like Fallout and Shadow, who do some great work and have helped me with insights into weapons and perk for my journey in Destiny 2. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video, and maybe sub to the channel if you haven't. Leave a comment about what surprising combo or learning you've taken from pairing exotics. I'd love to learn about other people's experiences. Until the next one, good luck, lads.